Okay, so as I read the Ballad of John Henry, I'm going to think about who, what, when, and how the characters are acting in the story. So I can see in the title, this is going to be about there's going to be two famous poems, and this must be the first one we're going to read, called the Ballad of John Henry. So I know already, based on what we just watched, a ballad is a kind of like a poem. So it's going to read like a poem, and there's going to probably be some rhyming words. And while I'm reading, I'm going to take notes on the side about, and ask myself who's in the story, what they're doing, how they're doing it. So in paragraph 1, it says, when John Henry was a little baby, just sitting on his mama's knee, he said, the Big Bend Tunnel on that C&O road, gonna be the death of me, gonna be the death of me. So if I just look at that paragraph, I'm thinking, I'm not quite sure what it's talking about, but if I use my graphic features, which is the title and the pictures that are in the story, I can take a guess that it looks like it's the big tunnel is in here. So I'm thinking it's about John Henry, because John Henry looks like he's the guy that's like in the forefront of the pictures. In the front of the pictures, he kind of looks like he's the biggest one, or at least in the front. So this guy appears here, and this guy appears here, and this guy appears here. So I'm thinking that this story is going to be about John Henry. I'm just looking at the first paragraph, and the graphics or the pictures is working in a tunnel. That's from the first paragraph. Notice it's who and what he's doing. Let's read the second paragraph. Well, John Henry said to the captain, I'm going to take a little trip downtown. Get me a 30-pound hammer with a 9-foot handle. I'll beat your steam drill down. I'll beat your steam drill down. Again, I'm going to look at that paragraph, and I'm going to look at the pictures. Well, there's the steel hammer, and there it is again in the tunnel. And I'm thinking, he says, I'll beat your steam drill down. It looks like they're having a race in the second picture. So I think I'm going to write in paragraph, or stanza, it's called a stanza, to John Henry wants to beat the steam drill, meaning he thinks he's faster at digging. That's based on, I'm inferring this based on the pictures and what I'm reading. Okay, so now I'm going to read paragraph number 3, or stanza number 3, sorry. And then it says, well, John Henry hammered on that mountain till his hammer was striking fire. And the very last words that I heard that man say was, cool drink of water 'fore I die. Cool drink of water 'fore I die. Just based on the text, it looks like he's getting tired. It sounds like he's getting tired because he's working so hard. The striking fire seems like when you think about your hammer hitting stone, maybe he's hitting fire. And so he's fighting so hard and striking so hard that he needs water before he dies. So in stanza 3, John Henry is working so hard he needed water before he, or he'll die. Okay, and then we read the last stanza. It says, well, they carried him down to the graveyard, and they buried him in the sand, and every locomotive came a-roaring on by. People cried, there lies a steel-driving man. There lies a steel-driving man. Ooh, sounds like in stanza 4, John Henry died. There we go. Notice that I took it stanza by stanza, just like we do with paragraphs. You do it paragraph by paragraph, and then we annotate or take notes in our journal. So you are going to do the same thing with the next story called The Village Blacksmith. You're going to read it. I would read it once all the way through so you understand or recognize all the words, and then circle words you don't understand. And then you go back and read it stanza by stanza and try to understand what each stanza is trying to tell you about the main idea, which was the village blacksmith. Put your notes in your close reads. Think about who, what, and how as you read. Good luck.